What is happening, YouTube? It's your favorite ninja, the Brucery, and today I'm bringing you some great gameplay out of the Madden School Super League online franchise. This is Season 1, Week number 6, and this week's opponent is the Dallas Cowboys, run by kinqskid. Currently, my Baltimore Ravens are 3-2. We finally broke our two-game skid and came away with a win last week against the Chiefs, and well, I'm going to let Duke Nukem come and kick this one off for me. What's up, Duke?
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
So tell me how you really feel, Duke. So Duke's pumped up, I'm pumped up, and I'm ready to bring in this gameplay. Let's get into it. So I choose to receive. It's my new thing to be receiving every time, and the reason I do that is so that I feel like there's some kind of constant. I'm not always either kicking or receiving, not know what I'm doing. I'm always receiving because everybody always decides to to kick. And right there, right in the first play, I hit Antonio Brown on that streak, and he's going to take it all the way to the house for a touchdown. That's what you want to do. You want to open the game up with a score, and I couldn't be happier with how that game started. So now I'm going to kick it off to him, and he's going out. He's already down 7-0. And not even 15 seconds into the game, and that's a real demoralizing thing. I know when I get scored on the first play of the game, I'm like, ah, shit, I'm already digging myself out a hole, and I barely even started this game. So he starts to get something going here. The only really noticeable trade that, different personnel that I saw on his team was Mario Manningham. It looks like he traded Des Bryant and for Mario Manningham and probably some pieces. So, but you'll see, Mario Manningham has a very good game this in this particular game, and he kind of goes off. So that'll be interesting to see in a little bit. So my defense comes out, and they come out stout, and we end up stopping him, which is great. So we got an offensive score on our first possession, and then we get a defensive stop. Things can't be going. Oh, and I almost spoke too soon. Danny Woodhead tries to pull a little choke on him, but ends up getting hit sticked and drops that ball. That's just not. I mean, I guess if Danny Woodhead's a small back, he gets popped, he's gonna have. But I get it right back. I get a little pop of my own on Miles Austin. Haloti Nada goes ahead and recovers that fumble for me. So my defense kind of bails out with Danny Woodhead right there, and it's a big sigh of relief. So I can start moving the ball again. Hit Antonio Brown with a nice little screen right there. And you have to excuse me. I woke up this morning and my throat was a little sore, so I mean, I think the weather's kind of getting to me, so I'm trying to get you guys this game content on time. I don't want to let a little bit of sickness hold me back, so I'm trying to battle through with it. But if you hear me cough or sniffle, then you know, you just have to bear with me for a second. I apologize. I'm trying to deal with this little cold right here. So I'm moving the ball. I'm almost down to the red zone. Tom Brady's he looks like he's doing pretty good today. He's feeling pretty good. He's starting to get some momentum. All of his passes seem to be getting completed. And right here, we're going to throw a little toss up to Bolden. He goes up and gets that ball. Yeah, buddy. He did a little helicopter spin on the way down. I don't know if you guys saw that. He got hit pretty hard on that jump ball, but I'm glad he went up and got that one for me. So Tom Brady's going to stay here. I'm going to get in the no huddle. One of my audibles is QB sneak. And the reason I do that is because if it gets into like inches or a goal line situation, and I know the defense isn't prepared for it, I just want to hurry up and get to the line and then sneak it real quickly. I also have another audible of like a sweep, and I think I have 3 total goal line audibles, just so that you can't really predict what I'm going to do if I get into that hurry up when I only need a couple inches. DeMarco Murray just busts one open here up the right side. Bernard Pollard was able to, I don't know how Bernard Pollard was able to chase him down. Bernard Pollard is one of the slower safeties in the game, but he was able to get that pursuit on him and get that ball. And right here, Tony Romo's going to thread a needle, and I mean, I was able to click on to Kerry Williams, but I couldn't get to the spot in time, and Miles Austin was able to wrangle that one in for a touchdown. Nice pass by kinqskid there. So kinqskid, he go ahead and cut that score or that deficit in half, and now it's 7-14. I get the ball back. It's still first quarter, so I mean 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. It looks like it's about to be a barn burner, because if we keep up with this pace of scoring, then I don't know where the defense is going to be. So Torrey Smith gets a nice little wiggle to the outside. We're back in business, starting to move this ball again. I hit Julian Edelman on a super curl. So we're marching. I'm not having too tough of a time with his defense. He's playing. It looks like right here, Torrey Smith goes up and get one, and that's a testament to the Baltimore Ravens. And you notice that Anquan Boldin caught a jump ball earlier, and Torrey Smith caught a jump ball right there. If you watch the Ravens in real life in the NFL, they're catching jump balls like crazy. That's like one of Flacco's favorite things. Just toss it up in the air and let Torrey Smith or Anquan Boldin make an athletic play, and that's what happened just there. So I mean, hey, if they're gonna keep going up there and getting those balls, man, I'm gonna keep throwing them to them. And if you see a player start getting hot and doing work for you, don't be afraid to go back and hit him again. Momentum in this game is huge, especially player momentum. So if a guy starts getting really hot, and if you pause the game during the game, you'll see the little icons next to people's names on the right side of the pause screen, and it'll tell you if they're hot or cold. And if they're hot, they're going to start catching everything. They're going to start, if it's a runner back, they're going to start breaking tackles, and it's just going to be really good. So you want to get your players hot. You want to get them out of their slumps. Danny Woodhead was able to punch that in for me on my last drive. So the score is up by 2 touchdowns again, and that's where I want to be. I want to stay 2 scores ahead because it gives me wiggle room on defense. And Anquan Boldin right there hits a nice little snag on a slant. That was that 2-man under press defense I was talking about in a couple commentaries ago. And the slants are pretty effective against that. If you just wait for the receiver to make the break out of that press and then pass lead up and to the right and give it a bullet pass, more times than not, that's going to be a catch. And it's a good way. Oh, right here. Vernon Davis catches that wheel route for the touchdown, man. When he's a fast, athletic tight end, gets into open space like that, he's just a hard guy to stop. It's like a moving boulder, like a rolling stone, if you will. So I'm up by 3 scores now, 28-7, and he gets the ball back, and I make a nice little user tackle on that kick return. But right away, I got too aggressive with my defense, and he hits a curl, and just Mario Manningham snags that bitch and takes it to the house for the touchdown. And right back, kinqskid's right back into it again. He's not going to let himself get down by too much here, and he's going to try to climb back into this game and try to flip the roles, if you will. So Antonio Brown makes a couple of misses, and I saw a little daylight, but it closed up pretty quickly. I got about 2 minutes left in the half. Need to make something happen here, and that drag, that's one of my downfalls. The drag's usually my last read, and if nothing else is open down the middle, I'll look to it. But if it's covered, then sometimes I just throw into it anyways. So that's something that I need to fix in my game. And you know, everybody's got something they need to fix, and the first problem, or the first step in fixing it is realizing that there's a problem, and there is a problem with me throwing into coverage on drags. So Danny Woodhead gets a nice little counter right here and scampers into the end zone. That's a nice little play out of shotgun. It really redirects the defense into the wrong way and lets you hit the other side pretty hard. So we extend that lead back up to 3 scores, and it's 35-14. He gets the ball with 1:30 left, and you know he's got his work cut out for him. He's got to get down the field and either into the end zone, or he's just got to put some points on the board to make sure he gets on the board before the half. He gets the ball back at second half, so if he can put some points on here, then it's really like a 2-score little bonus. And right here, he catches a nice little spec catch over the shoulder to Miles Austin. Just kind of beat my man-to-man right there. And I didn't have a safety over the top, but so that was a nice read by him to see the safety evacuate, and then just give your receiver a chance to make a play on that ball. So he's putting together a little drive here, moving the ball quite nicely. Gets a little draw going to pick up the first down. He's got 20 seconds, so he calls a timeout, and he's getting back into it here. Nice little wheel route. So down to 13 seconds left. Oh, and a dropped interception. That would have been a house call for sure. But he ends up dropping that pick, and And he takes his points. He takes his 3, so he goes down to the half, only down by 17 or 18 or something like that, which is good. At least he got some points before the half, and that's what he wanted to do. So I get one more possession, and I do a fake spike, which I'm surprised that a fake spike is in the playbook, but a fake kneel isn't. I'd love to run like a fake knee and then like be able to chuck it deep or something, but he played max coverage, and there was really nothing open deep, so I just hit my check down for a little bit. Yeah, it was worth a try, you know what I mean? You never know what you're going to get on that. If he came out in a cover 0 and then my receiver just burned him, then, you know, it would have been a nice score for me. Another drop pick, but and also a roughing the passer, so I mean, it's kind of like a double negative on that one. I'm not too happy with that kind of play style for my defense. But they're playing really good man coverage right now, so I feel like my defense has a little bit of momentum. Look at Ladarius Webb sniffs out the run, so I mean, my AI's definitely got feeling a little swagger out there right now. He hits that was a screenplay that he ends up going over the slant, and it gets a nice nifty little animation that enabled him to convert that. Same kind of curl that he took it to the house earlier in the game, but I was able to put a body on him there. So he's starting to move down the field here. He's using a good mix of running and passing and screens, and he's got a real good mix of play calling going right now. It's not easy for me to get a beat on exactly what he's doing, so I'm just trying to make good plays, make good solid play calls, and not get too aggressive. I mean, that's one of my downfalls. I'll get too aggressive with trying to blitz or trying to maybe get too laid back and settling in coverage, and I stop mixing up my defense as much as I should. So I mean, I just need to keep on my toes, and I think I did a pretty good job there. So I get the ball back, and that guy, Sean Lee, he's a beast. I gave him the little droid soundbite. You know that in my videos, when people make user picks, I'm gonna give them a Mario coin. But some of my subs were like, "Oh, where's the Mario coin on the CPU picks?" And I'm like, "Oh, I can't just give away Mario coins." So for CPU picks, I'm gonna hook them up with a little droid. So yeah, that's something that I can do. Just you know, I like to give a little spotlight, little highlights of turnovers, because turnovers are to me the biggest momentum swings in Madden 13, and for me it's all about turnovers. Right here, you know what? And that wasn't even my first read. I was looking elsewhere, and then I looked to the right, and I saw him open a little bit, so I tried to thread that needle, but I got lucky that was not picked off by his safety. So I have Vernon Davis over the middle right there real quick, and Anquan Bolden on the left side makes a nice little grab, and he beast modes 3 guys, and he gets down to the 25-yard line. Hit Randy Moss on a curl, but he's not going to be able to catch that. He can't reel that in. That was really good defense by that. It was either Morris, Claiborne, or David Carr. Brady's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to throw one deep to Vernon Davis, who trucks his way into the end zone for the touchdown. You know, that was a nice little touch pass from Tom Brady, you know. But, you know, these bullet passes that you can make all game, they're nice, but once in a while you got to touch it up a little bit. And throw a nice little touch pass, either lob it in there. I mean, you should never just lob it downfield if you see safety over the top. But if you got somebody going left to right and you see some openings, a nice little touch pass, that can be perfect. Right there, we get a dropped interception again, man. That just seems to be an epidemic with my team lately. We seem to be dropping everything, so it's not good, and I got to fix that. And I'm even clicking on and using the ball hawk feature, but it's just not coming through for me. I can't get those user picks as much as I was earlier, so I mean, hopefully I'll rebound from that and fix that. Right there, that was another instance of me using the ball hawk, and for some reason he just didn't even react. He just kind of stood there like a stooge. So right here, he goes up over the top on the right, and I was talking to one of my friends last night, and he's like, you know, man, you should stop trying to user pick all those lobs, and once in a while when you realize you're going to get beat, try to go up there and hit the swap button. So that's exactly what I did right there. You know, I could take advice. Everybody could take advice. Ladarius Webb gets a little droid action right there, and I didn't need to user pick that one. Ladarius Webb was all over it, and he gets a big interception for me right there. That was well needed to stop any kind of momentum he was starting to build. And then the next ensuing play, I decided to throw it up, and he grabs a nice user pick on that. He goes up and gets it. So I mean, I was trying to take advantage of a little momentum swing and just kind of toss it up, let Bolden make a play on it, but he ends up making a really good play and taking the ball back from me. So now he gets the ball back, and he's got some work to do here in the fourth quarter. He hits nice streak. I think I was in cover one right there, and Mario Manningham just got around that press and went ahead and just caught that streak grab real quick. So he's marching. He's in my territory now. He's starting to use some running game to get down there. Felix Jones, who's a very quick back, you know what I mean? If you can get Felix the ball in an open field, he's going to make some plays for you, just like he does right there. He wiggles around a couple people, gets down into my red zone, and he's in a no-huddle mode. It's not epic no-huddle right now because he's down by a couple scores, so I mean, it's not really... He's going to need a lot to make it happen here. Tony Romo gets flushed out of the pocket and makes a nice little scramble. And, Tony Romo can do that. That's like real life Tony Romo right there. He just extends the play with his legs when he needs to, as long as he's not making those stupid shuffle passes that get picked off. Tony Romo's not bad. He's a fantasy stud, but he's got some growing up to do. He needs to and prove that he has the clutch gene. Ryan Clark comes up and makes that tackle real quickly. You'll find when you're in the red zone, a lot of times you don't need those deep blues. So I mean, go ahead and feel free to grab one of those safeties that you think that that they won't go over the top on, and put them in a spy or something. Let them come down and give you some extra coverage down in the middle. Because I mean, a lot of people like to run drags and quick slants in the end zone. So having a little spy right there, it's kind of nice, and it's a good kind of insurance policy right there. It does open up for a fade route, but fade routes in Madden 13 aren't nearly as prevalent as they were in Madden 12, so it's kind of a different dynamic. You don't really need to guard for that as much. I'm not saying you don't need to guard for it, you just don't need to guard for it as much. So Danny Woodhead gets the ball. I'm trying to run some clock down here. Under 2 minutes. It's a 2-score game, so it's not out of the ballpark, but all I need to do is convert right here. Tom Brady, he pushes over a defender, and Tom Brady's fired up. What do you got, Tom Brady? First down. Man, I love it when Tom Brady gets pumped up. As a Patriots fan, it's just good to see. He gets me all riled up. Me and my buds just drink a beer, fucking getting fired up over Tom Brady making little runs. I remember a couple seasons, maybe it was like 4 or 5 seasons ago, Brady actually ran out of the pocket and juked Brian Urlacher. I don't know if anybody else remembers that, but that was pretty nasty. So that's the game. I ended up winning by about 11 points, 11 points. And the Ravens improved to 4-2. So I mean, we're doing good. We're in the right track. We're winning games and inching closer to that division lead. Right now, I think we're tied for the division lead with the Cleveland Browns. So we're just trying to do our thing and hopefully make a good season here. So as always, if you liked the video, please go ahead and smash that like button. It only takes a second, and it really helps out. As you know, I'm a new commentator. I need all the help I can get. So hit that like button for me. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see some more. I got some great game content lined up. I want to get some ranked. I want to get a Super Bowl preview in. And then always, comment. Let me know what advice you have for me if you want to see this or that, or the ways I can improve my channel for you, because it's all about you and it's all about entertaining you guys. Till then, the Brucery out.